Days after the Union Cabinet gave its approval to the bill for one nation, one election, the same bill was presented before the Lok Sabha today. We're being joined by Senior Advocate Sidharth Luthra to understand the legalities of it. Sir, the 129th Amendment Bill, which is being proposed to be brought in, proposes amendments to the Constitution to have elections for the elections for the Parliament and the State Legislative Assembly simultaneously. A bill of this nature, under the Constitution, what is the procedure that has to be followed for it to be approved?
So the bill will have to be presented before both houses of Parliament, and through two-thirds president voting will have to vote in its favor for it to be passed as a law. It does not, however, require to be sent to the legislature of the states, because the issue regarding elections to state legislatures and to Parliament are all covered within the first list of the Constitution, and there is no list of Schedule 7, and there is no amendment to any of the legislative entries. In fact, when we started off as a republic and we had elections, originally elections used to be held contemporaneously. Two states still continue to hold contemporaneous elections with the elections to Parliament, but over a period of time, for various reasons, including the falling down of governments or presidential rule, governor rule being invoked, there has been a situation where there is a divergence between the time when state legislatures hold their elections and when Parliament holds its elections. And I think this is an attempt to remedy that situation.
So, in this particular case, also we saw the law minister propose that the bill be sent to a joint parliamentary committee for consultation. What's the procedure in case a bill has to be referred to JPC?
So when the matter gets referred to the JPC, the House sends it to the JPC for the JPC to come out with a report on the bill and provide its suggestions, if any, which can then be considered by the Houses of Parliament. That report will then be placed after the JPC, and the JPC can have a wider consultation to understand what are the views of different stakeholders, in this case the people of India as well.
So we've also seen parliamentarians oppose this particular bill, saying that the bill will affect states as well. So wider consultation with the states is needed, and this bill goes against the basic structure of the Constitution. What is your take on that?
So I'll tell you, put simply, there is a likely challenge on the federalism principle, and of course, possibly a challenge will be mounted on the ground that federalism is part of the basic structure and you're trying to curtail the terms of certain legislatures which already have a 5-year term in order to bring into effect this bill. Because at some point of time, when you decide to hold elections simultaneously, there is going to be an impact on the legislatures who've been elected just shortly prior to that. And therefore, there is going to be a curtailment of the mandate of the people in those states. Wider consultation is always essential in matters which involve the public at large. And perhaps that is the reason it would be sent to a JPC for a wider consultation.
Thank you so much for speaking to us, sir. That was Senior Advocate Sidharth Luthra speaking to us about the One Nation, One Election Bill. With camera person Ashok Bhanot from New Delhi, this is Srishti, Ojha, India Today.